welcome back. King's Crossing, Season 2, this is Episode 11. We rejoin our party of Grunkle, Torvekek, and Carwyn as they hang precariously over the side of a stone bridge overlooking a massive chasm. They're in the middle of a winter storm. They're in the company of the Lost Sons, who are now completely spread out. And they're hanging out in a tough situation right here. We've got Grunkle holding the entire weight of a cargo wagon outfitted with all the supplies the Lost Sons own, as well as 5 bodies. One in catatonic state, being Radek, the quartermaster of the Lost Sons. One in a state of despair, as Jeremy the scribe. We have one who's actually probably the best off right now is Jess, who was recently saved by Carwyn and thrown up on top of the wagon, who is now climbing to safety at the front. We also have Carwyn and Torvekek, who are barely hanging on to the side of the wagon that is off the side of the bridge here. So that is where we find ourselves. Grunkle, as you maintain and strain against the weight of this wagon, you're trying to roll athletics checks to help pull this wagon back up onto the bridge. It is at an arduous difficulty, giving him a minus 30% chance to succeed. You are in a state of absolute just dread and despair, as you were recently ravaged by some hunger shades who sapped you of all your feelings and emotions, which has stripped you of your skill ranks that you put into athletics, taking it down to a base chance. Wait, one. Yes, you had one skill rank into it. Taking you down to a base chance, with the arduous difficulty taking you down 30% as well. So you're down 40% from what you would normally roll. You have a 19% chance to succeed at rolling this. You have rolled twice, getting a 95 and an 85 and failing both times. You have 1 fortune point left. We are hanging on the verge of this reroll. You have 2 other actions if you want to use them. Those are your 3 choices. 2 choices. Reroll this. Take other actions. What would you like to do?
Unless one of my comrades wants to argue against me against using our last fortune point, I feel like it would be hilarious if I succeeded at 19. It's not going to happen. I'm going to roll a 75. But anybody want to argue against rolling a 75? Fred? Daisy?
Well,
Say that again.
you're doing the hardest variation of the task. There are easier ways to do it that are less effective, that might be easier to succeed at.
That's
You're
abstract
trying.
thinking.
You're holding on to an entire cart, the weight of the supplies, the weight of the people, the
Two.
weight of a random dead body that you refuse to unshackle from somebody.
I can't unshackle from a distance. Grunkle's...
Also, in Grunkle's defense, he doesn't know that either of you are currently alive.
Grunkle is having a bad time, and he's not just going to let this
Just throwing that out
but
there.
I don't know what I can detach to actually like change the roll.
What is mobile?
The cargo's behind me, but that's not weighing me down. Or no, the prison's behind me. The cargo's ahead of me.
You're
and I
holding
can't
onto the
detach
cargo
the
wagon.
cargo. What?
Yeah, you're holding onto the cargo wagon. The prison
Yeah,
wagon
I don't.
is...
The
yeah,
cargo
yeah,
wagon has my friends, so I can't like
But
just be
there's-
like unload.
There's people on the cargo wagon.
And so I could bellow for them to get off, but I
No
assume
one's tried that yet.
I made a
No
point...
one has told
in-
them to get
in
off.
In our intermission, I noted that you guys didn't say one word to each other the entire episode. Episode 9, no one talked to each other the entire time, except Torvekek grabbed Carwyn and was like, come here often? That was the only time that you guys talked to each other the entire time. I've mentioned it multiple times. You guys don't know that who's alive and who's... You have no idea what's going on.
That was the only time Torvekek actually saw someone. Then
It's true. This is true.
Can Grunkle use his intimidate to bellow out or something? Like,
Get the fuck off the car.
yeah, I don't. Grunkle is just so dismal on himself that he just wants things to be easier. Is there any chance he could scream out for people, move on to land or something?
I will allow an intimidate roll, but it's going to be a challenging difficulty because you don't really have the oomph. You don't have the feeling behind it.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought you'd go with that.
Yeah, it could have gone worse. I'm being nice.
Click, pull. 13?
You had a 39% chance and you succeeded with the 13. Grunkle, what do you bellow out?
Get off cart! Onto land!
Okay. You technically still have a reroll. It's not their turn yet. They can't act. You still have your reroll. You still have technically 2 actions. If we allow the intimidate as not an action.
Is there like an aim action I can use to brace myself for a +10 to my like preventing it from sliding off entirely?
Yes. Not an aim action, but I would allow you to roll a toughness to brace yourself and just hold as hard as you can. That's not
trained.
gaining ground. That's not losing ground. That's staying still.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be a toughness check at challenging difficulty as well, as you are in slippery winter blizzard conditions.
Yeah, and I just don't want my joke to go unrecognized. My skill rank in that will not help me.
Yeah.
Cool.
You had 39 or less. You got a 51. You succeeded last time you had to do this with an intimidate. You have 1 fortune point. You could use it for this. What would Grunkle like to do? I'll even give you this. If you want to spend your last 2 remaining action points doing this, I'll bring it down to a standard check instead of challenging. I might actually use that as a house rule going forward. Remember, someone remind me to put that in under the table. We might use that as a house rule going forward. If you want to use multiple action points to do an action instead of just one, you may bring down the difficulty. I feel like that's something we should discuss.
Sounds like it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You take more time or more effort to do something.
Yeah. I wonder if there's something about that in the rulebook. I'll do a look, but we'll discuss it under the table. For now, I'm allowing it as a house rule. Grunkle, you have technically 2 action points remaining. You have 2 different rolls that you could re-roll. You could try attempting the athletics to pull the card up. You could use the toughness to maintain where you're at, or use your action points for something else.
I feel like I want to use the last fortune point to reroll the toughness to at least not let it go further.
Okay. Are you wanting to use 2 actions to do this, or just the 1 action?
I'll use the rest of my turn.
The rest of your turn. Okay. So you're going to do the reroll, and we will just know that you... No. Go ahead. Go ahead and reroll yourself with standard difficulty. And then I will use... your last fortune point to do so. Grunkle, you needed a 49 or less. You got a 63. As we're going to move to Torvekek's turn, Torvekek, you are now on a clock. As you feel the cart once again start sliding off the side of this cliff.
Son of a bitch. All right, I'm gonna yank Carwyn up as best I can. All right, boss, up you go.
Okay, so you're boosting her up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to allow this as a combined athletics test if, Carwyn, you're obviously willing and going along with this. Okay. So this is going to be a combined athletics test. I think it's just going to be standard for both of you across the board.
All right.
Okay. Carwyn, you need a 39 or less, you got a 57. Torvekek, you need a 54 or less, you got a 80. You guys have no fortune points remaining. Torvekek, you go to lift her up, she can't grab hold. She's scrambling, she can't get a grip. You guys haven't fallen, but you've made no progress. Torvekek, you have 2 action points remaining. What would you like to do? As the wagon continues to slide off.
Can I try and swing her?
I was gonna make a joke. I'll keep it to myself. Yes, you could try and swing her towards the bridge, I would assume. Or are you trying to go towards the bridge, or are you trying to go like up onto the wagon?
Let's ask Carwyn where she wants to go.
Okay, you guys can talk real briefly without using an action point to talk, obviously.
Bridge or up, lass?
Bridge.
Sounds good to me. So we're gonna try and swing her towards the bridge.
Okay, I'm gonna allow a coordinated, combined cooperative coordination test between the two of you. Once again, at standard difficulty.
I need my other arm to be able to fly. Oh, that's counterfeit. I don't.
Sorry.
Damn it!
Oh, God, we haven't had a success.
No one in this party has ever played sports. Well, Grunkle did. Now he hasn't.
This is the physical, like, active group. We're learning that they are not physical or active. They're just fighters. If they're not fighting, they're in trouble. You guys just need to start beating up the wagon.
Could I have used like fucking simple ranged?
You're gonna throw her. You could have. So what I'm going to say is this coordination test fails. As you attempt to throw her, yeah, no shit. As you attempt to throw her, you guys' grip loosens and you grab hold of each other, getting nowhere once again. You have one action point left, Torvekek. If you want to attempt to throw her, I will allow a ranged check. It's going to be an improvised, unwieldy weapon, as I'm sure Carwyn is not built like a javelin or something. But
This is a throwback.
it
A
literally
throwback?
it's like, literally a throwback to the bridge.
To the beginning of the series. The spear human was
Oh my gosh, you guys! Grunkle did wield a human as a spear.
yeah.
The child, Mateo.
Right. Many
Alright,
things are spear.
And then
Grunkle's
Mayo-
using a two-handed weapon now.
Spears are made of wood. Mateo became wood.
I really need you to grab onto something, because I need my other arm to go anywhere, and you're taking up an arm. Do you think if I throw you, you'll be okay?
Yes.
You did not sound very confident.
Torvekek, I need you to choose.
Dangling.
I need you to choose, Torvekek. What will it be? Your final action point.
I'm gonna throw her.
Okay.
You got this, bro.
I can't think of anything else to do. I tried to pull her up, didn't work. I tried to swing her, didn't work. Throwing is the logical next best step, right?
Yes.
I guess.
It worked in the Lord of the Rings.
Your inner Grunkle is saying, "Yes, Torvekek, throw with all your arm. Are you not dwarf?"
But if I fail the check, she's gonna
You're
be
not
in the
dwarf.
wind. And with our long string of failures, without the fortune point, I don't really want to do it.
Grunkle think you're a coward then.
Shut up, Grunkle, you're not here.
No, I'm just your bad vibe Grunkle in your head.
What'll it be, Torvekek? It's now or never.
Fuck it.
Okay, I will need a standard, simple ranged check from Torvekek as he hurls Carwyn
I'm sorry,
towards the
Daisy.
bridge.
Across the bridge?
Towards the bridge.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Across the
Daisy.
bridge means she's gonna land on the bridge either way.
Grunkle just Carwyn.
This is true. I did throw you towards the bridge, and it's relatively close, so you should land on the bridge. And it wasn't a critical fail, so you shouldn't
It was
fall to
not
your
a
death.
critical fail. We can at least take joy in that. That is going to take us to the Lost Sun's turn. God damn it, Jeremy. Jeremy had a crit fail. Jeremy's struggling. No one's helped Jeremy. Jeremy's in a rough spot. Actually, Grunkle yelled at Jeremy. Grunkle did yell at Jeremy. Jeremy's gonna get another chance to pull himself out of this and start acting. Start acting right for once. Come on, Jeremy.
Yeah. Don't be a Grunkle, Jeremy.
Grunkle, do you remember how you did on your intimidate? Actually, I found it. 13 out of 39. So you had a success.
Yeah, not a bad roll.
Okay.
Not a great roll.
I've got a lot of fortune points. Come on, Jeremy. I'm gonna re-roll this. Jeremy, no!
Critical.
Critical.
This poor kid.
This poor kid. As Jeremy crying, panicking at Grunkle yelling at him, seeing Radic, one of his mentors, in a catatonic, like coma-like state, turns and goes to run off the wagon. But the wagon is not currently over the bridge.
Lightning below.
Jeremy runs off the wagon.
Damn it, Jeremy. Chair Bear.
Jess was doing all right. Let's see how she's doing. Let's check in with Jess. Let's get over here and look at Jess. Okay, Jess, you have 3 fortune points left to spend. Jess, you were doing okay. Let's see how you do now. Okay, Jess is doing okay. Grunkle, you see over the top of the cargo, Jess, the woman who gave you a flower, did not die. She's still alive. As she not only climbs up to the top, she gets up to her feet, runs and jumps, landing on top of the bridge, sprawling out on top, next to you. Jess is safe. Radic does not move. Carwyn and Grunkle. Carwyn, I'm gonna need an awareness check from you. Don't forget to give yourself your bonus. Grunkle, I'm gonna need an awareness check from you. It's gonna be a challenging difficulty.
Alright.
So Carwyn, yours would also be at
So that'd be a standard.
yeah, so it'd be a standard. It's fine. You needed a 49 or less. You got a 23. So you're still good. Grunkle, you fail. Do you want to reroll?
No.
Okay. I would advise you not to, because Carwyn, what you see is the prison wagon has come to a stop down the bridge a little ways, like by the time they could come to a stop. And it seems they are off. The 3 people that were on board, Titus, Selby, and Nealthindir, which you aren't aware of any of them, but you've seen them now. They seem to be disembarking and moving to like run back towards you guys. That brings us to Carwyn. Carwyn, you are in the air. As you get thrown, you lose your grip. You can tell this isn't going to work. I need to know what you're attempting to do as you're about to slam into the side of the bridge.
Your athletics is good, right?
No. No, it is not. It is untrained. So because I was first swung, that probably ended up making it worse, that I'm like at a lower position compared to like the ground of the bridge.
You can tell. Yeah, you can tell you're not going to make it on top of the bridge. You're going to hit the side of this bridge.
Yeah. And how fast would I be moving if I'm like a, human person? Like,
it's
tossed.
you're not going like 100 miles an hour or anything. Like,
yeah.
It's basically like it would be akin to when you ran and jumped off the prison wagon to the cargo wagon.
Okay.
That would be about the speed that you're going, as if you ran and jumped, because you guys were swinging. So you've got some momentum behind you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the best thing to try to do is to try to like make sure that I at least get my arms up as I'm falling, so I don't lose traction completely.
Okay.
That's the most I can think of right now.
Okay.
Just try not to fall.
I'm going to need a toughness check, a standard difficulty from Carwyn. As you hit the side of this bridge, you are going to try and keep your wits about you and keep the air inside your lungs.
I'm trained in this one.
Let's go. Well, that's not.
Didn't matter.
You've got a fortune point. You needed a
So
49 or less.
close.
You need a 49 or less. Would you like to reroll?
What do you think?
Go for it.
I think this is the most we've juggled fortune points ever.
Yeah, we're having a bad time. I think you should use it.
Why do we keep rolling so terribly?
There's been some crazy rolls this. Let's go. Carwyn, I will allow that you not only hit the side, you are able to keep your elbows up. And you're like scrambling on top of the grasping, but it's wintry and it's just slippery stones. It's like smooth stones so that it would allow wagons to roll across.
Yeah.
As you are just desperately grabbing at the top of these stones, your body hanging off the side. You have 3 actions. What would you like to do?
Can I try to pull myself up?
Absolutely. That's an athletics test.
Yeah.
And it's challenging.
Yeah.
It's actually probably worse than challenging. Yeah, you know what? You haven't rolled yet. Thanks for not rolling so fast. It's a hard check. As it was challenging just trying to climb up the wagon, which had handholds and ropes. This is just slippery winter stone. You need a 19 or less. Grunkle did it. Once.
Okay.
You got a 58. Oh, you can't re-roll. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
No.
You have 2 action points left as you lose your grip, and you are now down to hanging from your hands.
I want to send out a connection to Kestrel.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's like technically a preset command I have, but I want to...
You are not limited. Those are just the things you know you can do.
So I want to get him to go near Grunkle and like kind of get in his face, but not aggressively. Just like nearby Grunkle, just kind of there. Stare at this ogre.
Grunkle doing everything he can not to let this wagon slide. It's slowly going over the edge and then just...
What?
No, I
some kind of...
Ease it. No, I'm just messing with you. I know what you're doing. Or I don't know what you're doing.
Would that be part of like a...
I don't think you're actually trying to harass him.
No.
Okay.
No. The, we'll see. We'll see what you say.
Okay.
Before I make a case.
Okay. So, first we're going to roll it as if you were trying to harass. So this is going to be, I believe, a swift dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not... I'm curious where you're going to go with this. So it is possible for it to basically swoop down and fly around Grunkle. What is the intention that you would be sending to Kestrel? You do have the ability to share the emotion or give him the impression.
Well, I know where Torvekek is because I saw him. So I haven't seen Grunkle. I can't tell. I don't think I can see Grunkle from this position.
You can't, but you very much know what's happening with Grunkle. You succeeded a recent awareness check. I only told you about the Lost Sons, but with that, you would have also seen Grunkle holding onto the wagon.
I'm wondering if it's like too...
I believe you have 2 action points remaining.
Okay.
So if you are sending Kestrel in, that will take an action point. I'm just curious what the... Because the only thing I know of that right now is that you can harass him, making his job harder, but I'm guessing that's not the intention. So I'm curious what the intention is that you're sending to Kestrel in this action.
The intention is to catch his interest, or his attention.
Like a call for help.
To make him... Yeah, essentially.
Lassie
to let him know that I'm still alive. He doesn't know that Torvekek is still alive, but some kind of hope.
Okay. Grunkle, I need an awareness check, and it's going to be at Sorry, not routine. One easier in routine. Easy difficulty, please.
It's nice. It's nice of you. 38 out of 65.
As I'm gonna throw it up on screen so that just to remind you guys, as this bird flies down and starts flying around your face. You saw this bird earlier. It flies around your face and like twice, and then flies right out, doing a low swoop over the bridge as you see two little pairs of hands flapping around, grabbing at the top of the bridge. You are now aware of the situation. You have one action point remaining. Carwyn, what would you like to do?
I can't pull myself up.
You can try.
I already tried.
That's true. You could try a different method. You could try using maybe a tool or an item. You could try pushing off against the bridge and jumping back to the wagon in Torvekek. I'm sure he'd love to grab you again. That sounded weird.
Torvekek?
Hasn't been any what is that called, Pickles? Would that even help you in this situation, actually? I think about it.
I don't know what you're asking me.
I was
What
I was going to ask if it would count as one of those, the action, because
Yeah, the inspiring
intention.
words just helps you guys with damage and peril threshold, so that wouldn't really help in this situation.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe you could tell somebody that they're a good ogre boy, but like code it for whatever they say for dwarves.
I think what you could be doing in this situation, or what you would do in a better situation, is if you were in a good position, you could brace yourself with an action point to be ready to like grab Torvekek when he jumped or something. But you're not really in that kind of position. You're in a pretty precarious one yourself. So,
Isn't there a brace in that list?
I can send the list one more time. There you go.
Yeah, that's bigger. Thank you.
Yeah. A brace negative.
We did that as sort of like the aim, but for when it's not aiming.
Yeah.
Oh,
earlier.
to hold yourself? Yes, that would be a toughness check like we did with Grunkle. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
Would that make my next attempt easier?
It would make it to where you don't lose any ground between this attempt or between this turn and next turn. You wouldn't be like sliding off.
Yeah, then
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay. It's going to be a challenging toughness check.
Okay. Where has it gone?
Okay.
I lost the skill.
Oh.
I
Let's
can
go. A 5 out of 39. That is a success. Carwyn, you are not losing ground. You are holding yourself steady. I don't even know who. Grunkle, it's your turn. What is Grunkle doing? You've yelled for people to get off. You saw Jeremy jump off the side. Damn it, Jeremy. You saw Jess jump over onto the bridge. You now see someone flapping around at the edge of the bridge. Torvekek's still not alive. Radic is sat in place on the wagon. So far right now, on the wagon, you know there is Radic. Nothing else. Radic and all the supplies the Lost Sons own.
So is it any lighter?
Yes.
Is it lighter enough to change the skill roll?
Yes.
I don't trust that. You said that with a smirk.
I don't lie. I said yes.
No.
It would change the skill roll for an athletics roll to pull the wagon up onto the bridge, correct?
Yeah.
It would change the skill roll.
And can I use my other action points? Like if I want to spend my entire turn just focusing, bracing, and pushing up?
Pulling up?
What would that make my roll?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about with pushing. You're saying like you were with the horses also pushing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it would go, and then you're spinning. Oh my god.
Technically, if this is classed as an aim action, because of my sanguine temperament, I can only make it costs me double. So
Only make you cost you double. Yeah.
I don't remember what sanguine temperament means. But,
It would go to a challenging check from Arduous.
Okay. Yep. Bam! 98. Fucked him up.
Grunkle, you spent your entire turn. The little hands flapping at the edge of the bridge are unassisted. The horses trying to pull this wagon, you were bracing it and sliding ever so slowly, but you were still sliding. You now turn your attention to try and pull, and you lose all footing. The wagon begins to go over the side. You guys will have one turn to act. Torvekek, you are hanging off the side of this wagon. You have one turn. This wagon is going over. What would you like to do?
Jump over to grab on the bridge.
You can absolutely try to jump over and grab onto the bridge. It's a challenging athletics roll.
Oh, son of a bitch.
The episode we all die.
I'm just
Yeah, I know,
just
right?
to tell you guys, this scene was supposed to be one of 3 in episode 9. We are now like halfway through episode 11. We're still here. Let's go! Torvekek, you push yourself off this wagon. Once again, jumping through the air. Torvekek's a little like trapeze artist or whatever, some kind of gymnastic, just diving through the air for like 2 or 3 episodes now. You launch yourself off this wagon, and you tuck and roll, just making it on top of the bridge. Grunkle, you slip out, your feet giving way. You're kind of trying to hold on to it. The horses scream out. I've never heard a horse scream, but they scream. They do a crazy neigh that sounds like screaming. I don't know how horses work. Yeah, thank you. And as their feet give way, they're no longer assisted in holding this. As they begin to go over the side too, no one ever disconnected the horses from this wagon. You see your old friend Torvekek, back from the dead, coming out of fucking nowhere, tuck and roll and land on top of the bridge. He could have just jumped from the bottom of this chasm and come all the way back up from what you know, because he went over like 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago.
Are dwarves like bouncy balls?
Apparently. Torvekek, that was just one action point. You have 2 more action points remaining. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna sprint for Carwyn and try and pull her up.
You're very close to her. You can definitely go ahead and reach for her. It's going to be a coordination test from Carwyn. From Carwyn.
Okay.
It's going to be an athletics test from Torvekek. Both of you
use brawn.
Both of you are rolling at standard difficulty.
Athletics? If you're
Alright.
untrained, is just brawn.
Yeah. So yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. You said just standard. Damn it. Yeah.
Carwyn,
I still succeeded.
you try and use your feet to gain leverage as you feel a hand grasp yours yet again and hoist you up. As you get hoisted up, your feet cannot gain trash shape. They're just slipping and sliding. You are going to flop and just slam into the side of this stone bridge as he drags you up over the top, your ribs and your whole body just kind of scraping against the rocks, as you will go one step down on the damage tracker. Thank you. But you find yourself on top of the bridge, laying probably just face up, the snow just falling against you. You are exhausted. This has been quite the day for you.
Torvekek leans over her head. We need to stop the meeting like this.
Yes.
Why is this becoming a rom-com
Yes.
between you two?
Torvekek, you have 1 action point remaining. It's at this point, I will say, you are able to take in the bare minimum surroundings. There are people running at you from down the bridge. Grunkle is sliding off the bridge with the wagon. The horses are going over with the wagon. Radek is still on the wagon. That is where you're at.
Can I drag Radek off the wagon?
You would have to climb back onto the wagon.
Okay, the wagon's too far.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Grunkle.
he's at the front. You can make it to the front of the wagon, but you would need to get on the wagon to get Radek off.
and that's a no-go because it's about to go over the side.
Grunkle. Something like that.
Shit.
What would you like to do?
Where's my shadow at?
At your feet, you would assume.
Would it be too much to get the shadow to drag him off?
You could spend an action point to find out.
Yep, let's do that.
Okay. Pulling up your rules for this. Let's see. Okay. Radic, you are in a tough state here, bud. We're gonna find out what happens with that soon. We're gonna go to that takes care of all them. Actually, we're going to Carwyn. Carwyn, it is your last turn before the wagon goes over the edge. What would you like to do?
Is Grunkle still holding on to it?
Grunkle is actively trying to push the wagon. I believe he's
Yeah.
probably in between the two horses. So the two horses are both panicking, scrambling, trying to kick and dig at these just slippery stones. Grunkle right there with him, exact same mannerism, trying to push this wagon up over the side, his feet kicking and scrambling against the stone. You like that image there, Pickles? Wagon's going over, Radic, emotionless, just sitting in the front seat.
Can I move to like the side of the wagon and try and help him pull it? So not get up, not try and get Radic off, but try and just keep it from going over.
You can. You're not sure you're strong enough to really make any difference here.
Yeah.
I don't mean that as any kind of offense to you.
Mm-hmm.
I've just seen your stats.
Yeah, but like Grunkle's stats are not great either, but he is ogre, so his stats mean different things. And so if you look at somebody and say you're not an elf, you're
Good try.
I don't know what your character actually is. So
No one does.
That's my character.
Wait, Wrath,
So
don't
that's
you
that's
know?
what it is.
I know.
Okay, so
I
somebody knows.
built her character. I believe you have 3 action points still.
Would it take one to get to my feet?
No, I'll allow that.
Okay.
You're not.
yeah.
You're
I don't
not
wanna
in
be
any kind
laying
of
down.
perilous situation. Yeah, no. You're able to get up. I narratively wrote that you were on your back. You're fine. No.
Yeah. From there, can I get a read on the situation? Like, I want to see what's happening further down the bridge. Like, where
You can spend an action point.
did the shades go? Yeah, because we just kind of forgot about them in
Mhm.
the.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's going to be an awareness check. It's going to be standard difficulty, but with your bonus, it should bring it down to routine.
Oh yeah, just don't help me at all.
Okay.
You are not able to reroll.
Yeah. I want to.
You have 2
Given
action
the
points
position
remaining.
Grunkle's in,
It's
there's
at this
not
point I
much of a
will
way that I can help.
narratively say that the winter storm is becoming worse. The snow is starting to pick up. It's becoming almost blinding. The only thing you're able to pick up from Kestrel is your guys' current situation. It's not really able to see much past the bridge on either side.
Okay.
2 action points remaining.
Grunkle's really warm. I don't know, just winter storm. You're feeling cold. Grunkle.
I want to help Grunkle, but I don't know logistically how I can help.
Even
Like-
if you're an elven heavy pounder
Even
of
like
like
help him get
81
out from
pounds.
underneath this. part of me wants to try to disconnect the horses, but then that would mean
The horses
definite
get
death?
killed before we have to eat them. God.
no, that would mean that Radek would definitely die because it would fall faster.
True.
But that would mean that Grunkle would not fall in the momentum.
Grunkle will have a last action. He can let go or go over with it or maybe do something else. So
Yeah.
Grunkle will have a choice. I'm not like writing Grunkle off.
Carwyn
He's-
doesn't know he has an action.
This is true. This is true. You're right. Yeah. No, that's true. Shut up, Raph.
Yeah, but I think it would be obvious Grunkle is going. He's ride or die on this situation.
So you've got two horses that are about to go over. You've got Grunkle still
Okay.
pulling, who's about to go over. You've got Radek
Can I
sitting in the front
spend-
seat.
Can I spend both of my action points to try and get Radek off of the wagon?
It will take both of your action
Or was
points
that
to get
two
Radek
different
off.
actions? Okay.
It will take both your actions to get Radek off the wagon, but you are absolutely able to
Yeah.
try that.
I will try that.
Okay. How are you attempting to get Radek off of the wagon?
I imagine there's like a foothold on it, so I don't want to get fully onto the wagon, but like step onto the foothold and try and grab him and just yank him off.
Okay, so basically you're jumping up onto the wagon to grab him and then jump backwards to pull him back up to the bridge. Over to the bridge. Okay, perfect. I'm going to allow a standard athletics roll to start and then a challenging athletics roll to follow. You guys have no fortune points to spend on this. He is not able to assist you at all as he is currently in a comatose state. You don't have to roll again. Carwyn, you do not have to roll again. As Carwyn, in one fell motion, you jump on, you grab him, and you just roll off the side over onto the bridge, saving Radek. That will take your full turn, though.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll.
Awesome.
Grunkle,
Good turn.
it is your turn. The wagon is going over the side. You and two horses are the only thing holding the line.
Did you say Grunkle? It's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, the Grunkle part cut off for me.
Oh, sorry. What would you like
I'm
to
going
do?
to keep going where I was going. I'm just trying to push back and prevent everything from going over.
At this point, I will let you know, the wagon, I know how wagons work. So you've got the main box wagon, right? And then you've got the beam that's holding on to the horses, right? Just bear with me.
Right. I don't like the way you're doing that, but yeah, I get
that's
what you mean.
weird, but you get it. So you got the, well, we'll do this. You got the main wagon, and you've got the beam that's holding the horses. This is the current state of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Is it like a wooden?
Yes.
The beam connector.
Yeah. I think.
Grunkle's
Horse
hungry.
people don't come at me. Are you gonna eat the horse? Oh, the beam. Light and load, eat horse.
Yeah,
Grunkle.
Grunkle's going to do it.
You have three
gonna
actions.
try and
What would you
break-
like to do?
He's gonna try and break that beam.
Okay. Are you eating it or are you hitting it?
I'm probably stomping on it with his foot.
That's gonna be an attack action. Grunkle, this is your first
Yeah.
attack action in a while. You're good at attack actions.
No.
Simple melee. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
you
not.
would have been, but you're not. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a 47 in your combat, so there's still a chance. Are you wanting to spend 2 action points to try and accomplish this?
I think I have to spend. Yeah, two actions,
Okay.
and then ideally the last action would be something like toughness or whatever to try and prevent behind me falling. And wait a minute, if everybody's off of this, why am
Yeah.
I protecting it?
It's up to you. I mean, there's all
It's
the
not-
lost and supplies and 2 horses.
Yeah,
And the-
and that's what I'd
and
be
the
cutting
two.
off. And then it's the prison behind me. And it's like, so do I really want to save the prison? Why am I saving the prison? The cargo
not-
is what matters.
Prison
You're
wagon
hanging
is
onto the cargo.
the prison wagon
Prison
is
wagon's gone.
not attached to you at all.
Oh,
It's down the bridge. Like, it's down the way.
Oh.
Yeah, they already got
Oh.
off. They were running back towards you. They're about to run into you, actually. They're on their next turn. Yeah, the prison wagon is no longer involved in this. You helped. Remember they drove around you?
That's
the whole
right.
scene?
Yep. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. That might have been the last episode. I don't remember. This has been a lot. So Grunkle, you have
Grunkle's
3
gonna
action
keep trying
points.
to push. I'm not gonna break anything. I want to spend my entire turn using as much aim as I can to try and brawn this up.
Oh yeah, because for Grunkle you have to use all 3 actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you have to use all 3 actions. You were trying to do, and this is in athletics. This would bring you to standard difficulty.
Hey guys, watch me crit fail. 90. Oh, I'm the best at not doing good.
Grunkle, you're an ogre. What are they supposed to do? They grab hold of him and pull him back up.
I'm a shitty ogre. I'm going down. I wanted that chance to succeed, you know, where you're like, oh man, I'm a big ogre, and I used my bulk to try and save the day, but you know, I actually got kind of bad rolls in character creation. But you know, hey, even though I'm the runt of the litter, I do well. Grunkle thinks as he falls over the edge.
Grunkle,
Yeah, go for
you've
it.
been through a lot today.
Yes, sir.
Your emotions are sapped. You're not feeling much. The only thing really keeping you going is some internal heartbeat that is not your own. Beyond that, you've given up all hope. At this point, you're ready to go over with it. And as Carwyn jumps onto the wagon, grabs Radek, jumps off, the horse's feet give way. And Grunkle, you are rocketed down to the ground, straight back onto your back, as you slam into the bridge, knocking all the wind out of you, as you just, as you see both horses and the beam go right over the top of you and off the side of the bridge. We are now out of turn order. What would you guys like to do?
I look at my belly.
Can I help Grunkle get up?
Torvekek is gonna come over, kick him in the side. Get up, you useless lump of fat!
And I want to hold my hand out and try and help him up, knowing full and well that I probably cannot help him up.
Grunkle? You lay there on your back, the snow just whipping across your face as it's in a slight flurry. Not crazy, but you know, the wind's picked up and it's whipping across your face. But you don't feel the cold. You don't really feel much of anything. As all you guys hear is the slow, melodic cry of these horses as they... Oh, it stopped. You're not supposed to laugh at that.
Just the way you said it.
I'm a good DM.
Oh, wait, they stopped.
Grunkle, what do you do?
Nothing.
Okay. Carwyn, you are
Lay there.
unable to lift him to his feet. He doesn't even reach for your hand.
Can I grab him by the hand and try and pull him up? Just to get a reaction.
You can. You're tugging at his hand. Torvekek, what are you doing?
You see, I'm looking at Corn. You see that white streak in his hair? He's still in his emo phase. He won't get up.
Why did that?
It's a fucking bleach streak, bro.
I'm gonna look. Are the people still running at us?
Yeah, you can look around. Give me an awareness check. It's going to be a routine difficulty.
Good fucking lord.
$49 out of 52, you succeed.
Good
I was about to
eyes.
say, if I fail that.
You look
I'm
up
done.
and you see three people very familiar to you. One of them you know is Titus. He was the wagon driver of the prison wagon. One of them being the woman who is his co-pilot, and one being the Althendir who was tagging along at the back. You see them running towards you guys, and they're running right up. I mean, they're like maybe 10 feet away from you guys as they come running up. Like their faces, like, oh my god, like processing everything that just happened. As you see, let's see, and 3. You see the very mysterious figure of Nialthandir finally give a real expression, the first that you've personally seen, on his face. As the other two, the woman and Titus, both stand there kind of shocked, processing everything that just happened, the loss of all their supplies. Nialthandir doesn't seem to be looking at that. He's looking down the bridge behind you, and you see his face just go numb.
Did I look behind me?
Absolutely. As you see one of the hunger shades take a step out onto the bridge, coming out of this winter snowstorm, kind of the shadowy figure. Another one. And another. Just slowly creeping towards you guys.
Son of a bitch. We've got company again.
What do you guys do? As looking at the screen, if we look at the layout of the bridge, you guys are about 75% of the way across this bridge after having slid basically halfway. You're about 75% of the way across this bridge. This thing is stepping out onto the bridge on the right side here, coming out towards you guys, heading northways. The prison wagon at the north end of the bridge. The remaining members of the group, those who survived, standing around you. What would you guys like to do? Torvekek, you're the only one who's seen this, but you did call out. So I'd assume, Grunkle, it's up to you if you want to see this. Carwyn, I'll give it to you for free. You were able to quickly look over, and you do see this figure creeping out of the snowstorm.
I suggest we
goodness.
run.
Green man on floor.
What did you say?
The green man's on the floor.
And
Oh.
you suppose we try
can't
and
run.
carry him?
No. Too heavy.
Grunkle will rise.
Okay.
And he wants to grab. There's snow around us, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna grab like a fistful of snow, and he's gonna bite into it, and then rub the rest on his face. And he's going to stand and look at the two mortal folk around him.
Multiple. There's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1 in catatonic state laying on the ground.
They're coming for you. Grunkle, Shepherd, keep going forward. We will be safe. Move.
And Grunkle will point the opposite direction, like down the bridge, to move away from these monsters.
Heading north?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can be in my shadow, grab the downed dude.
You can absolutely grab the down dude. Your shadow could assist if you want to spend the time action to focus on that. But you're a strong guy. Like I don't imagine
So
you would have.
I could just carry him by myself.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, let's do
I'll
that.
give it to you. Let me check your brawn. Your brawn is 54. Yeah, you're good. You're great.
Stronger than Grunkle.
For a dwarf, he's stronger than Grunkle.
Yeah, if you were an ogre, you'd be stronger than me, but
Torvekek, you're easily able to pick up the down man Radic. Grunkle, you're shepherding them north.
Yeah, my goal here is to make sure that they're moving away from these monsters, but also that I am the wall between them and the monsters.
Carwyn?
I want to stand sort of in line with Grunkle and ready my bow. So take a time to aim.
Okay.
Torvekek's neither got his armor or his weapons, so he's not really all that much use at the moment.
It's true. You guys also
Familiar.
don't have your pitchfork. It is in the back of the prison wagon.
Familiar having like an archer by my side.
That happened once before.
Yeah.
Can I hand Grunkle my whip?
I don't know if that'll help you much, but you can.
This is
I would
going
like
about
to
as
do
well as
that.
the other time you had an archer next to you went.
You could definitely try and pass Grunkle your whip. Grunkle, I don't think you would have ever seen a whip before in your life.
I'm just
Did he-
imagining.
Was he able to see me use it earlier?
I've seen people use whips before,
Yeah, he would have
That's-
seen
yeah,
people
he's-
use whips before. Yeah, that's true.
but like I imagine that for Grunkle, seeing you small folk using
Grunkle just
whips,
takes it like, okay, bad ogre.
No, it's I don't know if you guys had the same childhood as me, but having like those sticky hands, where it's like
Oh.
it's a tiny little thing and just wraps around and he's like, swap.
I know
swap.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's the thought
Like-
that counts.
It's almost a toy rather than a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Okay.
Are
Carwyn.
you giving him that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I will add that to your character sheet. Carwyn, you have knowledge of these creatures. You're gonna still stand by his side?
Yeah, I can't really stand by and just watch someone seemingly sacrifice themselves, so at least the thought is to help him buy some time.
Okay. Oh. Gave the hunger shade a whip. That's not.
Oh no!
That's
Oops.
not what
That
I'm
doesn't
gonna
need to
do.
happen.
Why are you
Alright,
whipping me?
enough.
Just kill
Keep
me.
going.
Be a normal monster, you weirdo.
Yas!
actually
Yas!
gonna hurt.
Alright, Grunkle, you now have a bullwhip in your inventory.
Hunger shade kind of hot.
Grunkle feeling feelings again! Miracle!
My peril threshold just went way up.
Getting Grunkle horny is what cures his sadness. Oh,
It's not canon.
not canon at all. Okay, so Carwyn,
Definitely canon, though.
you have knowledge, and you're choosing to stand by Grunkle's side in the face of immediate death.
Yep. After the extremely intense experience, thinking of a tactful way to do things isn't exactly the first thing on my mind.
Okay.
The first thing is minimizing death.
I feel like Wrath's saying that you should be whipping Grunkle with the bullwhip to make him run away.
No!
Get the fuck out of here!
Carwyn is very well aware that running may or may not be the correct answer. I assume.
Oh.
Torvekek. Grunkle has told you and the Lost Sons to shove off. And he and Carwyn are basically forming a wall between you guys and the hunger shade that is coming towards you, creeping down the stone bridge. Seeming just to know exactly how this is going to go. You see its tink 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 as its claws just tink 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 one at a time kind of hit the stone surface as it's moving. And it's at this point that I'm going to need you, actually, I am going to need you to roll a warfare check for me, if you don't mind.
Ooh, warfare check.
Yes, sir. I haven't had one of these in a while. I think I did one in season 1.
Just standard.
No, actually. Let me confirm something real quick. No, you would have... Taking it down 1, it would be routine for you.
All right. Easy.
Torvekek, is this thing tink 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 clawing out? You're listening to the stone. Is it tink 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 tink? And you can hear the vibrations and the echoes through the stone. You've worked stone. You're a fucking dwarf. As you realize you guys are 75% across this bridge. It's just coming out onto the bridge. And as you listen to the stone, you can tell this bridge is ancient. Not only that, it's weak. That is what you were able to tell.
I'm going to try and pass off my burden to one of the other guys that's walking with us. And I'm gonna walk back
What?
to the
Burden?
to the wall of people. The dude I'm
Oh yeah, the guy that you're carrying. Right, yeah.
Come on, Wrath.
Who would take that? I think Titus and Nealthandir will both have to take him. They're not as strong as you, but so they'll both kind of grab him from you and begin like shuffling down the bridge. What do you do?
Walk up next to Grunkle and Carwyn. Listen to the stones. The bridge is old. The bridge is weak. Take out something in the middle of the spans, the whole thing falls.
Falling?
Yes, you knock a hole in the bridge, there's a good chance it's going to fall. All of it.
Run time?
Well, it depends on if we can knock a hole in it.
Torvekek, you know you just need to knock a few stones loose in some key spots. You would know where these key spots are.
I can point where to knock the stones out. But I
You
need
also
someone to do
know
it.
where a pitchfork is. To start working loose some stones.
You guys hold them here. I will take care of this, yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll be back.
Is a dead body still shackled to Torvekek?
No.
No.
Okay.
Actually,
Didn't
what did
think
you
so.
do with that dead body? Did you just drop him?
Yeah, I just left it.
Okay.
I had other
Wilfer
problems.
hasn't been seen in a
Well,
while.
how did they get unshackled?
You don't know. I know.
I know.
Torvekek
But you
knows.
don't know.
Okay. That works with me.
Yep.
I'll be
Okay.
back.
Torvekek, I'm assuming you're running for the prison wagon?
Oh yeah, I'm running for the
Okay.
prison wagon.
That seems to be exactly where all the other Lost Sons are heading. Like, they are all heading to the prison wagon right now. I'm imagining them, like, shuffling. The camera is watching as, like, Jess is like, come on, guys! And they're shuffling, and all of a sudden this little dwarf, woof, 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 just sprinting past them. As you're sprinting for the prison wagon. The sound drowns out by the storm. And Carwyn and Grunkle, you guys are left standing alone. Just over halfway past the on this bridge. As this creature. Ting, 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 ting. Its metallic, crystalline body. Just, not metallic. Crystalline, like, rock, geode almost type body. Kind of creaking and crackling as it moves across this bridge, just slowly moving towards you, its head kind of sliding side to side. What are you guys both attempting to do? There's one coming towards you that you can see. Carwyn, you know things about these.
What does Grunkle do? That will change what I do.
It is time to die in honor, Grunkle. You will finally redeem yourself. Wait. Oh, you're here.
Hello, green man.
I guess you will die as well to defend these fleshy folk, to do something good with life before.
They prison you.
Grunkle bad ogre. Grunkle bad berserker. Grunkle failure. But Grunkle redeem with death. Save good people.
Stupid.
Grunkle will grab some more snow and just smash it in his face as you say stupid.
Grunkle, feel ready to die for honor.
Not honorable.
You're really not
Running.
helping the current situation with your pessimism.
Running
Gru-
honorable. Living honorable.
Fine. Grunkle will narrate himself. Grunkle, pick up lady, and will grab you by the shoulders, and I guess move to retreat. I have to save her.
Okay.
Damn it! I have to save her.
Okay, this is what happens. Torvekek, you get to the prison wagon after telling your friends to hold the line so you could do this task. You get to the prison wagon, you grab the pitchfork, ready to enact your plan. You're like, this is gonna work. You turn, jump off the prison wagon, begin running, and out of the snowstorm, Grunkle, carrying Carwyn, sprints past you. Doosh, 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 just running away.
Son of a bitch.
You are left alone standing on the bridge as the others begin loading up the wagon. They're fading out as the storm pushes in.
Is there enough stones on this end of the bridge for me to get to knock it down?
I'll give you free action. One more warfare check. This is going to be at routine. You haven't checked this side of the bridge. You checked the middle where you told them to hold their ground. You guys seen Lilo and Stitch?
Yes.
You know the big shark dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm imagining like Grunkle like him, just like holding her, just
Yeah.
just like running past
Yeah.
us. Torvekek is like, hey. Torvekek, with the success, you are able to find 2 key stone columns that you would need to bust loose to be able to drop the bridge. One on either side.
Is there anybody near me?
No. Everyone has left you.
Fuck.
You are standing alone on the bridge as the storm surrounds you. The blizzard closes in. You can't even see how close the creature is, but you hear in the distance. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, 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 tink. As it continues to crawl.
Torvekek's gonna huff to himself and blow out. And just get to work.
Okay. Torvekek. You begin trying to dig this pitchfork in, work loose the stones. As we zoom out, storm engulfing this bridge. We see out of the storm, kind of coming off the other side of the bridge, a large Grunkle carrying a woman in his arms like a princess. As next to him, a horse-drawn carriage carrying a massive prison wagon carrying the remainder of the Lost Sons begins rolling out past him. And it goes quiet, and on the bridge you just hear as Torvekek is left alone on this bridge, pulling out these pillars. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, tink. As a massive blast of snow erupts as the ancient bridge collapses. And this is where we are going to leave off this episode of King's Crossing, episode 11. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to find out what happened to Torvekek, if he's still around, the others have left. They're all heading north. Torvekek left back at the bridge. The bridge did collapse. He did succeed in his mission. But at what cost? Find out. Episode 13. We'll see them again in King's Crossing Season 2. Huge shout out to the players. Thank you guys for being here. Absolutely amazing to DM for you guys. It's been so much fun. Huge shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys so much for being subscribed. Make sure you guys go over there. Check out the behind the scenes content that we do. We discuss all these episodes, kind of break it down behind the scenes. I'm sure my players are going to have some feedback for me in the next one, so don't miss it. We'll see you all there. Have a good one. Later.
Adios.